Hey, what's going on YouTube? You already know who it is. It is DubloH. I am back with another video for y'all, and today we need to talk about Hogwarts Legacy. I have finally finished it. It took me about 20 hours of gameplay. Let me start off by saying Hogwarts Legacy is a great game. You can create your own witch or wizard and get seated into one of the four houses: Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, or Slytherin. But I feel like if you go anywhere but Gryffindor or Ravenclaw, you're terrible. But I mean, it's just me. You go out into the open world, exploring dungeons, completing side quests for other students and professors, rescuing animals, and a whole bunch of other stuff. They got the dark arts arena, just a whole bunch of stuff in the open world that you can go and do. I ran into some minor bugs and glitches and one game-breaking bug that I had to wait for a full update to correct. As I said earlier, the game took me about 20 hours of gameplay to finish. All footage you see has been captured on the PC in performance mode on medium graphic settings. All that out the way, let's talk about it. Before we get into what I liked and disliked about this game, let me give you a brief story summary. You and your magic teacher, Professor Fig, start the game off heading into a vault owned by his wife. Your carriage is attacked by a dragon that is controlled by Ranrock. On the way out of the cave, heading back towards Hogwarts, the character finds out they can see traces of a dormant ancient magic. The Goblin King Ranrock starts his search for an ancient artifact holding the ancient magic to make himself the ruler of the land, and you have to set out on an expedition to stop him. So now that the brief story summary is all wrapped up, let's go ahead and talk about the stuff I liked and disliked about the game, starting off with character creation. It is pretty nice. The fact that they added more melanated hair color, hair types, and the fact that you can customize scars, eye color, you can make them trans if you want to. My only gripes with this game is that you cannot customize the body weight, the height, and the voices are very basic. You only get two voices, one for male, one for female, and you get the choices to pitch them up or down. When you pitch them up or down, and it just makes the normal voices sound hella ugly. They let you customize your wand in this game, and that shit was disappointing, mainly because the only visual presence of your wand was the style preset and the color that you get to choose. They give you a bunch of different options like wood texture, flexibility, and spiritual embroidery that changes nothing visually. Like, I thought the spiritual embroidery, basically what draws out the magic power of your wand, rather it be a dragon scale, Pegasus horn, or phoenix feather, I thought that would change the color of your normal spell that'll come out. It does none of that. They added potion crafting in here. Found myself not using it at all because it was kind of lackluster. You can only craft one potion at a time, and most potions take up to like 30 seconds plus. So I just found myself not trying to spend a lot of time in my room trying to craft potions. So I found myself just not doing it because it took way too long. Most of the potions, I felt, in my opinion, did not have big enough impact for my gameplay style. The NPCs in Hogwarts Legacy are fucking stupid. The NPC companions and enemies stand in one spot and wait for attacks just to hit them. Enemies will not dodge their partner's AoE attacks that do friendly fire or barrels that are going to explode. So if you attack a barrel that's right next to them, they'll stand directly on top of it and just let it blow up under them. Good ass game, but some stupid ass NPCs for sure. Flexibility when it comes to making your character exactly how you want them is amazing because the outfit customization in this game is very intuitive. You can choose whatever armor that you want, so you can have some stronger armor and then you can just layer on top armor skin on top of the gear that you're currently wearing. There are a bunch of different outfit items that you can mix and match through. From what I remember, it's about 82 to 86 different pieces that's all together, and every piece of clothing that you pick up will become a shader, so you don't even have to throw it on for it to become a shader. There are a bunch of different powers in here, 26, all broken down into different categories from control, focus, power, utility, and curse spells. Control abilities are the ones that disable the enemies. Focus is more of moving items and or the enemies. Power category is the main damage abilities that you'll be getting. You have your utilities, which aren't necessarily combat based. You got your flashlight, your repair spell, and you have an invisibility spell. Last but not least, you got the curse abilities, which are the strongest. The side quests in this game have a huge variety and give you pretty solid rewards. Some quests have you using a treasure map to find a spot that'll lead you to a treasure chest. You got dungeon expeditions, fetch quests, and a lot of other quests. Most of the quests that you got never felt the same. The side quests and world exploration were required to unlock new powers and continue the storyline. The side quests expanded on the lore of the land, explained more of the plot holes, unexplored opportunities of the main storyline, and gave you more insight on the characters, which I briefly touched on earlier. Was I've had some visual bugs and glitches, people teleporting, contorting in different fucking ways, and then I had a bug where I couldn't access my main storyline until the game got updated. I had to wait a full entire day for that to fix. The room of requirement, this is where you'll be putting all your rescue pets at, crafting potions and planting items, and then you'll be able to decorate it any way that you want it to. Honestly, in my opinion, this was a W. Capture pet feature was very comforting. You was able to place 12 creatures out at the same exact time. The fact that you was only able to put 4 species in one biome at one time was kind of terrible. The room is very customizable. You can customize the floor, the wall decorations. You can change the color scheme of everything inside the room. Then they have a whole bunch of wall and floor presets that you can choose from. And then they give you access to 2 other biomes for your rescued animals. That's a total of 36 creatures altogether in 12 different species that you can put into each room. The biomes that they give you are the grass terrain, the beachfront, and swamp area. The combat is very simple and straightforward. They give you a basic attack with 4 interchangeable powers. Combining the powers to juggle and disable enemies felt fluid. One thing I did not like is that all of your damage was increased by your armor. So all armor effects, the offensive and defensive stats of your character, you cannot upgrade the wand and powers to increase damage, output, or cooldown speed. The world is visually nice. The powers, they look beautiful as hell. The only thing I would say is that the background characters are not in a cutscene. They are horrifying to look at. The skill tree was lacking in my opinion. Every power has one upgrade that usually makes the power attack multiple enemies. I wish it'll like really change up some of your power, so your ice power turns into like a ice cloud or some shit. I'm just throwing some shit out there right now. Your fire spell would turn into like a flamethrower instead of it just giving you a ring around you that attacks other people. I felt like they should have gave the powers a couple of different routes that you could have went through. They only gave you 4 stealth upgrades in game. We have a total of 5 major bosses in this game, 3 of them being asset flips of normal enemies that we fight. Then we have the Graph Horn and Ranrock, the last boss. I don't like the fact that in game you really don't get a lot of attack upgrades. On top of that, they make the fucking bosses a lot more bullet spongy. You're sitting there using your normal attacks and most of your Leviosos, Accios don't affect the bosses. So it made most of the boss fights drag on for way too long. The very last boss, he had attacks that move faster than your character model could react. So if you're using Levioso or Confringo, any of your attacks, when that boss is attacking, you will not be able to dodge or send any of their powers back because the boss just attacked way faster than your character could. So you'll get hit a lot. And then if you do die in game and restart at the checkpoint, the last boss will send out an attack that cuts your life in half before you even realize, because they'll attack soon as the game loads in. There are 3 different types of mounts that you can use in this game. You get the broom, the hippogriff, and the Graph Horn. My only gripe with the mounts is that once you was fighting the Graph Horn, that boss was strong as hell, but as soon as you unlock it, the Graph Horn is doing the same amount of damage as your strongest power. I don't know if the console version is optimized, but I have experienced numerous bugs. The difficulty curve in game is increasing the enemy's damage resistance and encounter number. The last couple of boss fights are annoying, and that's it for the major negative comments. The game is nice to look at outside of NPC models. Combat is simple and shines when you combo your abilities together. Hogwarts Legacy did live up to the hype and is a game I believe you should try this year. If you have made it this far, make sure that you follow me on TikTok for daily videos, join the Discord, follow the Twitch to watch me live. Everything will be in the description below. I just want to thank you for fucking with me. Make sure that you subscribe because I do have more content on the way. Hit that like button, turn on post notifications to never miss another video. My name is DubloH and I am out.
Hold on, baby, hit the pause, gone, do you dance on it? Bust it down, baby, let me see, spread them legs, let me see what you got. Do your job, I got a check for you. Throw a couple bands, put in work, I got some more for you. Slow it down for me, drop it down, girl, get wild for me, small for me, bend it over, go and touch your toes for me. Pause for me, get the can, baby, do a show for me. All money, if you clean and good, I got a note for you.